very good. Thank you. To be honest, it's an amazing pleasure for having us today.
So, thank you. Miguel, if you could speak a little bit louder, I'm just having a little bit of a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, sure. Do you hear me well?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Okay. So let's start. 1 year ago, WWE opened a performance center in the United Kingdom. Do you think that there is any possibility to open more performance centers in Latin America or Japan in the future?
Yes, I think that is still a goal. The international expansion, so to speak, whether that's performance centers, whether that's recruiting in markets, whether that's creating localized content like we've done with NXT UK and having a brand there on the ground. You know, the moment in time we're in with a global pandemic and everything else has obviously put a lot of that on hold, and you have to figure out where things will go after you come out of this situation. But that is very much still the goal. You talk about the UK Performance Center and NXT UK, we're still as committed to that as ever. I can't wait. I know we have a lot of athletes chomping at the bit that can't wait for the reins to be taken off, or the restraints to be taken off, and let them get back to what they do and what they love to do. And I think that product will, when they're given the green light, that product's going to be spectacular just from their enthusiasm. And I can't wait. You know, we have a lot of talent, too. When all this first started to happen, you know, talent like Pete Dunne and everybody, we sent them home just because we could see some of this travel stuff coming and try to get them back and everything before it became problematic. And now we're just waiting for this to open up so that we can get back to doing what we do, and they can get back to their careers. And so, you know, when all of this is behind us, it'll be very exciting for them, and also globally, that expansion will be huge for a lot of markets.
Okay, thank you so much, Hunter. And again, it's been a great pleasure to have with you. And I hope that NXT TakeOver In Your House is going to be a great show. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, next we'll go to Jason Powell with ProWrestling.net.
Hey, Paul, how are you? Hi, Jason. How you doing? Doing well, thank you. So I guess my question today is, are the wrestlers and crew receiving actual COVID testing now? And if not, why not? So the testing that we do is, we have obviously medical experts on our team, led by Dr. Maroon, Dr. Dugas. So they work with CDC and the government to determine what is the best approach for us to take to ensure the safety and the wellness of our performers. And that is what we do. That is working with the local and federal government. You know, when you begin to talk about various types of testing, and there's a lot of that thrown around, the accuracy of those tests become questionable, and how and everything else. So, you know, we need to do what we're being told to do by the medical experts. And once that widespread testing that is accurate becomes available, we will do so. But the accuracy of those tests has to be there first. But in the meantime, our medical protocols are extensive, and most importantly, they've worked. Very good. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And next we'll go to Rahul Ramakrishnan with Republic.
Hi, Paul. Rahul here. How are you, sir? I'm good. How are you? Very good.
Okay. Well, Paul, I'm calling from India, and there's a huge fan following that WWE NXT has in India. It's been happening in India for the last 2 months, and people are hooked onto WWE. and NXT and watching the matches over here in India because WWE is the second most watched sport in India after cricket. So just wanted to understand you with you that what you faced while pulling off a tournament like TakeOver during the current situation, and any message you want to give to your fans in India.
So I missed the first part of the question about the tournament. Sorry, it cut out for half a second. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, sure. So I was just asking, in the current scenario, what are the challenges that you face while pulling off such a huge tournament like TakeOver?
Well, in this time, obviously, the safety and health of our talent is first and foremost. So the challenges have been many. Challenges with the location, with keeping everybody safe, all of that. As everybody else has, but we're one of the few things that has been able to stay out there and keep putting out product even without our fans being there. So it's very challenging. And as far as India goes, I'm very excited about our fan base in India. I've been there many times. It's one of my favorite places, and the fans there are second to none. I cannot wait for this to all be behind us so that we can get there and increase that footprint in India. I would love to bring NXT there. I would love to get further into that market and see where we can go with it and develop it and make it increase that fan base and their passion even more. Really get in there and deliver something for them special.
All right, sure. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for that.
All right, guys, we're going to do 2 more calls, and then we're going to wrap it up. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next one will come from Christian Bruns with Power Wrestling.
Hey, Christian, Paul. Good evening from Germany. So NXT last week introduced a brand new version of a cage match with Timothy Thatcher and Matt Riddle. How did the idea come about for the fight pit, and how did you think of the execution and the potential of having more matches with this brand new cage match concept in the future?
Yeah, so the fight pit, as we call it, sort of came about organically. The right performers were there with Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher, two talent that bring a different style, a more ground-based sort of grappling style, and Matt Riddle can do just about anything, and Timothy Thatcher is such a good technical grappling wrestler and so gritty and tough that type of environment seemed like the right environment for them. We based it off some things of the past, some things that we wanted to see, and we're able to put it all together. I think it really captivated people, and of course the match delivered, which is always the key to that. But I think people were intrigued by it, and I think that has become, or will become, one of the sort of, I guess, signature matches of NXT, that the fight pit can sort of be the go-to grudge match or something like that, where I think you'll definitely see more of them in the future. I was thrilled with that one. I think fans enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing more with it.
It was great stuff, and I hope that the return of In Your House at Sunday doesn't bring back too many memories of the Hawk Pan match back in '95, but thanks for your time today.
Thank you. Yeah, I have nightmares still about the Hawk Pan match. Those pigs are big and poop a lot.
Thank you. And next we'll go to Bill Pritchard with WrestleZone.com.
Hi, Paul. How are you? Hey, Bill. How are you doing?
Good. So I wanted to ask about the In Your House theme coming back, and when the plan to have this as a themed event came up, if it had anything to do with the current situation, and can you see it returning as an annual event, kind of like how War Games has become a fall event for you guys?
Yeah, it absolutely came about given the circumstances. As takeovers evolved in the beginning, they all had different names, and then as we started going to the cities, we started sort of morphing them into the city and the location, and so it's always a fluid work in progress kind of thought. So as this came about, when we were going to have the opportunity to do a takeover on June 7th on the network, and what should we do there now? Because we're back in Florida and we're in our home, and it's not like you want to go back to the city or anything. So the conversation came up, and it just seemed like the perfect timing for everybody's stuck in their house. It's the perfect timing, and the reaction to it was huge. It was funny that we made the decision to name it In Your House, TakeOver In Your House, and it wasn't until after we'd made the decision that it was pointed out to me that it was like a couple of days before the 25th anniversary of the first In Your House pay-per-view. It was just a happy coincidence. So it all worked out great, and I think we'll see where it goes and the enjoyment level and everything else, but it definitely could become something that comes back, and we'll see what the enjoyment level is and everything else. And if it's as good as I think it's going to be, I think people might demand it come back, so we'll work on it.
Yeah, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, that'll wrap up today's conference call. As always, thank you for everybody for being on the call. We are going to do a post-show after TakeOver this Sunday night, so we will send out details to the people that were on this list. I'll turn back over to Paul for just some closing comments.
I really appreciate everybody's participation today, and I know there's just a lot going on in the world, and I really appreciate the time and everybody's interest, and I also just please everybody out there, stay safe and be healthy, and hopefully we will get you all watching on Sunday, and I will talk to you after the show and we can chat again. Thank you so much, and